Om Devi Shailputri Namaha. That is the mantra of this first day of Navratri. As we dive into this celebration, this honoring of 9 different forms of the Mother Goddess, we begin with Devi Shailputri. She's a form of Maa Durga, seen as the daughter of the Himalayas. She's the daughter of that Himalayas and therefore is seen as the absolute form of Mother Nature. So when we pray to Shailputri, we are praying also to all of that sacred Mother Nature, Mother Earth, all of that that nourishes us, nurtures us, sustains us. And Shailputri is the Devi. Each of these Mother Goddesses has a specific chakra, a specific energy center associated with her. And Shailputri's center is our root chakra, the muladhara chakra. That lowest energy center that when it gets awakened, that's when the energy in the body, that sacred spiritual energy, that kundalini energy starts actually rising through us. So connecting with Devi Shailputri helps us to open and awaken in the muladhara chakra. And the muladhara chakra is seen as the seat of the 4 different aspects of our psyche. Our mind, manas, our buddhi, our intellect, our chitta, our consciousness, and our ahankar, our ego. So these aspects, manas, buddhi, chitta, and ahankar, or the mind, the intellect, that consciousness, and the ego. Those forms of our psyche are said to be formed in the muladhara chakra. And that's why working with them actually is so difficult, because they're so core, so literally rooted in who we are, how we think, how we identify. But by this connection, this celebration, this honoring, this prayer to Devi Shailputri, it's the first step to actually be able to work with our psyche, through which we are able to find freedom from the psyche. And then, of course, rest in that ultimate consciousness, not just the consciousness of my individual psyche, but that ultimate supreme consciousness, to rest in that union with the divine as we begin our journey through the chakras, all the way up to the Sahasradhara chakra, which we'll talk about in a few days. But every day of Navratri also has a demon, an asura. Because if you read the scriptures, if you read the stories about the different forms of the Mother Goddess, you'll see that each of them fights and vanquishes, conquers a different demon, sometimes many demons. But demons, we don't believe that demons are evil at the core. We don't believe in that core evilness. We believe in a core divinity that's shrouded by ignorance. And that ignorance leads us into actions that are seen as evil or sinful. And so the demon, the aspect of the ego that Goddess Shailputri does battle with, vanquishes, and therefore that we on this day connect with, meditate upon, such that we can be free of, is the form of the ego known as shumbha. Shumbha is that sense of I-ness. It's a sense of individuality that is the core of all of the rest of the games of our ego. As long as I think I'm separate from you, that I am just this body, this object, well, then I'm separate from everyone, separate from each other, separate from the divine, separate from creation, and separate, of course, from my true self, which is one with all. So shumbha, or I-ness, that false individuation, is the ego that we pray to Goddess Shailputri to help us overcome today. So in your meditation, as you meditate upon the muladhara chakra, as you meditate upon awakening that energy from the root chakra, as you meditate upon that ignorance that keeps I separate, you chant the mantra that I began with. Om Devi Shailputri Namaha. Om Devi Shailputri Namaha. Om Devi Shailputri Namaha. O Mother Goddess Shailputri, that goddess of the mountains, of nature, that goddess who has freed the earth of the demon shumbha, that ignorance of I-ness, free us from that ignorance, and allow the sacred spiritual energy to start flowing through us higher and higher as these days go by.